tell us about your first one.
Okay, about 6 or 7 years ago, I found that it was easier to get around in the hills if I had a walking stick. I just picked up a piece of cedar over on the west side, and my son shined it up for me, and it made a pretty nice stick to walk with. Then a little later, I was out walking in an area where the cedar trees, which are really juniper, but we call them cedar trees, and the oak brush had been torn down by two bulldozers dragging a huge anchor chain between them. And I picked up this stick and another one. This one is juniper, and the other one was oak, from oak brush, scrub oak. I didn't do anything with either of those two sticks other than make a cut here and a cut on the end, and then I filled in the cracks and crevices with epoxy and shined it up a little bit, and it made a really beautiful handle on it. Somewhere along the line, it dawned on me that what I was doing was similar to what the Irish call a shillelagh, which is a combination of a walking stick and a fighting stick, or a club. And I started looking for sticks that fit that description. I've probably done 40 or 50 sticks. I look for a dead stick. I primarily look in the oak brush. I look for a straight stick and a dead stick, and then I dig up the root, and that is what these are. In the 40 or 50 sticks that I've done, I've probably only found 3 or 4 that were really straight, and this is one of the straightest ones. And it, of course, isn't perfectly straight. I've left the bark on it. It was one of the earlier ones I did, and that's what I was doing initially, was leaving the bark on them. It's quite a comfortable size, and it's quite shillelagh-like, as the Irish sticks pictures that I've looked at appear. Somewhere along the line, I started writing on them, and since I was thinking Irish shillelagh, I put a shamrock on it, and then I started putting these furls on the end that are brass pipe fittings, and put a cane end on it. And that, to make that fit, I had to sand down the lower end of the cane, and it left it white in relationship to the other parts of the stick. And because Sanpitch is a name that I've adopted to put on these sticks, was a Indian chief. It's the name of the river in the valley I live in, and it's the name of the mountain range over on the west side. Sanpitch means bulrush, and cattails are the largest, most identifiable of the bulrushes. And so I started putting cattails at the bottom of the stick. That just became part of what I do. And because they're oak root balls, I wrote oak root ball on them.